Bell rolls is the reporter thrown into the secretive world of the Forex Super Model, where nothing is as it seems. Beware the techno monk, and steer clear of Professor Code and his two assistants. Give the senior trader a wide berth, and don't expect any sense from the risk manager.
Good morning, I'm Professor Code. This is the Forex Super Model daily briefing for Wednesday the 29th of the 9th, 2021. Time is just gone 0445, quarter to 5 in the morning GMT. Asian session coming to a close, European session firing up, our lunchtime, North American session. Right, Tuesday the 28th then, last trading day, we had a negative unopposed driver in the pound, minus 368. No backdoor flows, the opposing positive flows mainly going into the dollar at plus 219, into the euro at plus 128, and the yen was the positive rock at plus 21, activity plus or minus 368. Intra-week then, this is from Monday the 27th to about 15 minutes ago. We've got a positive opposed driver in the dollar at plus 236. Front and back door flows mainly coming out the pound at minus 205, out the yen at minus 90, and the euro is the positive rock at plus 59. Activity plus or minus 295. So yesterday we had basically everyone and his dog selling off the pound. With flows to the exclusion of all else in the majors, and the bulk of those opposing positive flows going into the dollar and a bit into the euro. And over the week we've got a dollar driving in an opposed manner positively, and the pound is the negative secondary driver. Right, intraday then. This is the Asian session to about 15 minutes ago. We've got a negative opposed driver in the dollar at minus 21, front and back door flows mainly going into the pound at plus 15, into the yen at plus 7, and the euro is the negative rock at minus 1, activity plus or minus 22. So you can see we've got a bit of a reversal going on in the flows in the Asian session with pound strength after all that pound selling yesterday and dollar weakness, etc. So we'll stop it there and write up the flows. Right, we've written up the flows then. So the euro is strong except against the yen, the pound and the AUD. The yen is strong across the board. The pound is strong except against the yen and the AUD. The Swiss is weak except against the NZD. The CAD is weak except against the Swiss and the NZD. The AUD is strong except against the yen. The NZD is weak across the board, and the dollar is weak except against the Swiss and the NZD. So what have we got? We've got yen strength across the board, and we've got New Zealand weakness. That's sort of fairly risk-off sort of tones there, and take a pick in the middle. Right, so what's going to knock it about? Well, today, later on today, we've got the Fed's Chair Powell speech, and we've also got the ECB Lagarde speech. So we've got basically central bank speeches dominating the data cycle today. We had light data apart from speeches yesterday and the day before. So basically you can see we've got this outsized move in the dollar and the pound, and now the market is positioned in readiness for this Fed and ECB meeting. So we'll stop it there and write up the asset classes before we do the final analysis. Right, we've written up the asset classes then. So the US dollar index basically at the highs. Gold's not going to like that particularly. It's 0.31 from the floor, 31% from the floor. Oil has just come off its double top, basically 20% from the high. Wall Street, S&P, Tech, they've all got a very similar look. You've got this previous rise, thump off, rise, and now they've come off. 0.38 from the floor for Wall Street, S&P 0.45 from the floor, and the Tech is 0.40 from the floor. So they've come off sort of 40%-ish from the model highs. US 10-year and the bund, basically this is the price. So you've had this significant drop in price in the US 10-year and the bund, denoting stronger yields, and they've just started to think about bouncing off the floor in terms of price. So yields are just coming off marginally there. So we've got strong yields, strong dollar in the mix at the moment. Copper's at half marks. It's been flying all around the place, and US steel is sort of bumping around the floor. It's 0.21 from the floor, 21% off the model floor. Right, let's get rid of that then, do the final analysis, and then we'll see, hopefully we'll see what's going to happen today in terms of the flows and what have you in the FX market and beyond. So, right, so let's look at the majors, I suppose. Dollar, euro, yen, pound. Well, the Asian session is seeing like a reversal in the flows. So you've got yesterday. Obviously, we had the pound down and the dollar up. They were the flows. So that was yesterday. And now in the Asian session, basically we've got pound positive and dollar negative. So we've got a reversal in the flows, and if you look at the full flows in the Asian session, you've got New Zealand weakness across the board and yen strength, and we've had this this fall off in equities, which obviously would tie in with a bit of yen strength in the transmission. So and today, as I say, later on in the UK, obviously it's about I think it's about 6 or 7 o'clock tonight. You've got this Fed chair meeting, and the guard will be out and about before that for the ECB. So setting the tone slightly. So really, the market has positioned for a stronger dollar, a weaker pound, and you've got this sort of sell-off in equities, risk off. So everybody's on edge really with regarding the Fed speech, and of the backdrop of that is this US taper, where they've said they're going to have a go at the taper. So which is to end their bond buying program or reduce it. So it's likely we're going to be sort of range bound today. If you watch the dollar index, it's likely to so that if you have the opening of the dollar index, it's not likely to go too far from the opening prior to this meeting, prior to the Fed. So if you're doing short-term trading, watch out for range trading in that, particularly driven by the dollar index. So basically, it's going to be a wait and see day, and then the evening's going to liven up, and then we'll probably have another crack at getting a decent move tomorrow, which will be Thursday. So hope that was useful. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow for the daily briefing.